Raptors in Toronto.
Kevin, a remarkable night for him, passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
For so long, Clark, Freak has made it apparent that he wants to be a global star. Isn't that what all these guys really want? And tries to achieve that through endorsements. You wonder if he is taking some of his focus off the game.
Well, you know, it's perfectly fine for any NBA player to sign a few endorsements, but you have to make sure that the main thing stays the main thing. NBA players need to hoop more than they need to worry about their brain.
On the court for Charlotte, Batum is out there with Charlie Villanueva. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Walker in at the 1. Here is Lin, following the score by Indiana. Passes it to Batum. Jefferson, a screen on George. And Batum kicks to Walker. And the 3 off target.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track. It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Now here's Lin. A 14-point game for him in the win against Boston.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Raptors.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game, and they just had so few opportunities, and I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yes, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Here is Lin after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Jefferson kicks to Lin. Tries again. Ellis with some nice deep.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And George with the stuff.
He could not diagram a better way to open a fork.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Here's Walker. He had 16 points in the win against Boston.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
Indiana making some changes. Turner's checked in for Spates. Hill comes in for Scott, and it's Hill in for Monte Ellis. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Hawes comes in for Charlie Villanueva. Kid Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Lamb in there for Jeremy Lin. Over in the corner, Lamb gets an open look and hits. Lamb's got his first bucket of the night. Pacers leading by 19. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Clifford. I asked him about the difficulty defensively against a team that's so smart and controlled offensively. He said that's a great point. They really do a terrific job of executing their offense. Not a lot of miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And down 1-0 in the season series, guys. We'll see if they can even it up.
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. It sounds like the most important number for them today is opposing shooting percentage.
As it should be. I mean, this is an opponent that can go through some very hot stretches with the ball. So they've got to do what they can to limit those opportunities.
Yeah, and from what Coach was saying, guys, I mean, he knows that. They should play some suffocating D today if he got his message across.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. On the wing, Hill. Six on the shot clock. From deep. And Indiana, another three.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Walker with it. He feeds it to Hawes. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And the Hornets shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Walker against Thomas. Outside, Walker. And the Hornets miss again.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Hill dishes to Thomas. That is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And he gets it to go.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that move. That's just good offense. They were all over him, and he still managed to drain.
Indiana leading by 22. The kick out to Hill. Pick up by Hill. It's stolen by Lamb. And Lamb with a clear path to the hoop. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
How about a look at the Pacers and where they ranked in the NBA last season? 2nd in points off turnovers. 3rd in field goal percentage. They showed up in the top 5 in three-point percentage. That's elite level when you talk about knocking down threes.
And go back to points off those turnovers. I mean, teams really get caught unprepared to deal with that blitzing style, that trapping, diving in the passing lanes, and then running it down your throat in transition.
1:44 left in the first. And Thomas, here we go. And he gets it to go. Thomas got 18 points in the game.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Now, here's Walker. From 15 feet away, gets it to fall, but still just 2 for 10 from the floor this game.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
There's a good screen. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating, and he jams it with authority.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Pick up by Hill. Hill passes to Hill. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And the Pacers lead by 20.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Up top, Walker. He's guarded by Thomas. Walker's shot is off.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
That's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. With the fadeaway. And that misses badly. Air ball. Thomas. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the
play free. You know, just play like you're playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Hawes comes in for Charlie Villanueva. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jeremy Lamb. On the floor for Charlotte, we've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Spencer Hawes out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Walker in at the point guard. Hornets trail by 13. Here's Lin. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. In third, the Pacers.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Ellis, that's good.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Hawes. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. Stolen by Walker. And a fast break now for the Hornets. To the wing right side. Here's Lynn. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Thomas.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against the Boston Celtics.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
To the middle. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Thomas.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Great move there. That spin just dusted off the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
Pacers leading by 15. Here's Ellis. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
And so Monte Ellis nails both of them.
What a game for Ellis. He's got 8 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
Hill against Kid Gilchrist. Clock at 6. The 3 ball. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And taking a look now at stats for Lynn. Last season's performance for him. Averaged 10 points per game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors delivered quite a performance. He had 21 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. He had a great game in all facets, and his coach called it a complete game of basketball. High praise to be sure, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Kaminsky sets the pick for Lynn. Down low. Kaminsky misses.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
There's the bucket. Good. And that's 10 points for Monte Ellis.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And here's Walker. 5 points in the game. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's Indiana's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. They get it back.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Lynn. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those. Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Kid Gilchrist with it. Now Thomas defending. Here's Hawes. Connects in the foul line jumper.
When they pulled up from mid-range, more often than not, they've buried it.
And that shot might not be the #1 option, but if the D will give it to you and you get it in rhythm, that's the one you take.
And it's slammed in by Turner.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Walker goes in, and Thomas with the block, and he gets it back. Walker's shot is off. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Pacers out in front. They finish off the second quarter on a 15-5 run. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
When you score like you did tonight, do you feel like you could go 1-on-5 and still get yours?
Well, it's important to have confidence in your game, but no one ever got anywhere playing 1-on-5. I was feeling it tonight, but tomorrow it'll probably be somebody else. It's just the nature of the game, you know?
It was a great win for the team tonight. What can you take out of such a positive overall performance?
Well, winning a game like this gives us a lot of momentum going forward. So we just got to take that, keep running with it, and be careful not to let it get to our heads, right?
Word is spreading that you're causing some real drama with your off-court commitments, missing appearances, failing to fulfill contracts. Do you have anything to say about that?
Look, if you want to talk about my business dealings, you have to get in touch with my agent, Don Pagnani. But you know what? Let me save you the time, because here's what he'll say. No comment. It's silly to comment on stuff like that has no bearing on anything else. So please, just keep questions on the subject of basketball and basketball only. Thank you.